For the life of me, I still cannot figure out why anyone would or could consider Halloween 2018 as the superior direct sequel to the original, when Halloween 2, 1981, exists. I'm just like, what? Everyone likes what they like. I get it, and that's fine and dandy. But it is strange to me nonetheless that the masses seem to prefer the newer 2018 sequel over the original 1981 sequel. The 1981 sequel is absolutely dripping with Halloween atmosphere, and the main setting of the darkened hospital just heightens the already spooky ambiance. The 2018 film has little to no ambiance at all, and is dripping with literally no atmosphere, and that's a big no-no in a Halloween film. We haven't seen atmosphere so poorly done since H2O or Resurrection. The cast of Halloween 2 is fantastic, and you pretty much like every single character in the film. And even the one character that you may hate, you probably actually love to hate him, more than you actually just hate him. And I personally think his character should have outlasted everybody else, but that's just me. The cast of 2018, however, is a mixed bag of characters you either hate or are no more than lukewarm on, except for Laurie Strode, of course. But in this instance, Halloween 2 1981 comes out on top yet again. The story itself is also far more interesting in Halloween 2 than it is in 2018. Say what you want about the sibling arc, but there is no shortage of palpable, story-driven content within the original sequel, where Halloween 2018 was just, Michael escapes again, Laurie is mad, kill Michael, yay! And what about the cinematography? Halloween 2 is an absolute visual treat as far as its lush and smooth cinematography goes, and it feels perfectly in line with the 1978 film. 2018 doesn't have bad cinematography by any means, but when stacked up against the 81 film, there's just no argument here at all. Now, one of the bigger arguments that I could entertain a little bit is that Michael Myers is superior in the 2018 film, and I guess I could see where people are coming from with that stance, because Myers in 2018 is definitely a little bit more fluid in his movements than in 1981, but also to me, Myers in Halloween 2018 seems very much like he's channeling Dick Warlock's performance as the Shape in Halloween 2, albeit with more of a fluid movement. Because Dick Warlock and George Wilbur are two of my favorite Myers. Actually, they're my top two favorite Myers in the series, Warlock and Wilbur. And Warlock, I think, killed it as the Shape in 1981. He was fantastic. Halloween 2 Myers really is the embodiment of what Loomis always said the Shape was. Until you got down the road to part 6, that motherfucker's also the boogeyman. But yeah, I mean, that's a decent argument. But again, I think Warlock still steals the show as Myers. I just think he's creepier than JC. I get that JC is more of a fluid motion Myers, but Warlock's almost like Terminator movements are what make that version of Myers so incredible. So again, I have to give it up to Dick Warlock in 81. But I can entertain that argument. That's a good argument. That's one that's I can see that being a palpable conversation. But yeah, other than that, I don't see how anybody can actually put the 2018 film up against Halloween 2 81. Like, it doesn't stack up at all. It just doesn't. We haven't even talked about the music yet. The music in Halloween 2 is fantastic. It's that early 80s synth, that very creepy synth stuff going on, and I fucking love it. The soundtrack for Halloween 2 is so moody and atmospheric, and it's just perfect. I think I prefer it over every other soundtrack in the series. I think it's absolutely Halloween. Like, if Halloween had a signature sound, the Halloween 2 soundtrack is what comes to mind. 2018's soundtrack was good. It was really good. But does it really feel like a Halloween film? Not really. Halloween 2 sounds like Haddonfield. Halloween 2018 soundtrack sounds like an awesome rock and roll horror movie. So again, 1981, man, it's everything about it. It's fucking fantastic. I could go on and on about this, and maybe I will in a longer form video someday, like an actual full-length video essay. But since I'm starting to ramble here, I'll kind of tidy this up and close up this conversation with this. One last aspect that I think is in 81's favor. and that's Haddonfield itself. Haddonfield in the 81 film feels like classic Haddonfield. And I get that's because it is classic Haddonfield. It's only the second movie, so it should feel like classic Haddonfield. But that movie feels like an actual rich, real-life, suburban, Midwestern town, alive and well with people trick-or-treating and all that stuff. Haddonfield on display in 2018 really just feels like a set, like a dressed neighborhood cul-de-sac. It just feels more artificial. Haddonfield in Part 2, 81, you just get the scope. You get the layout. You get the people. Haddonfield is a character in Halloween 2. It's very much a character. It's just a place in 2018. It's not a character. It's just a place. And it just has no real iconic look in 2018. It's just 81, again, takes the cake, man. Like, there's no argument there. Halloween 2 rules. Halloween 2018 does not. And I will take Halloween 2 over 2018 by a long shot any day of the week, any time of the year. And yeah. So with that said, remember, there are those that consider Halloween 2 a better sequel than Halloween 2018, and those who are wrong. Am I right? Or am I right?